This one we will disagree on. I'm almost certain.
Oh, okay.
But I had an arc with this where I initially would have been on your inferior, incorrect side.
Yeah, okay.
But then I've come over to see the truth. I think Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness
Okay, that is
superior to Doctor Strange 1.
That is maybe the most insane, terrible take I've ever heard in my life.
It might be my best.
Oh my god.
I will stake my reputation on it.
Oh my god. It's lost. It's ruined.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you. We'll have a gentleman's debate. You're ugly and fat and fraggly.
Ugly, fat, and fraggly.
A gentleman's debate.
Throw down my glove.
What do you see in Doctor Strange 1 and what do you not see in Doctor Strange 2? If I may ask.
I don't see quality in Doctor Strange 2.
I see idiots who enjoy it.
No, I think Doctor Strange 1 is just like a very... It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's a good kind of like first movie for the Doc. And I think it's got not at all at like the similar level, but I think it's got more kind of like Iron Man vibes in terms of like the general, not in terms of quality, but I think it just looks, it's a good origin movie and kind of like sets the tone for this character very well. Whereas I think the second one was, I admit that there are parts of it that I don't enjoy because I think I was too excited. I was like, because I was very excited for this movie.
Yeah.
But I think that they do the multiverse stuff very poorly. I think the acting's not great. I don't think Wanda's a good villain because her motivations, terrible.
Okay,
Oh, my fake kids were taken away from me. Come on, Wanda.
Come on now.
Can we get real with it?
Yeah.
And then I think there's so many goofy moments that are not supposed to be goofy. I also think the CGI is quite bad.
Ooh, okay.
A lot of different things here. Now tell me why you think this god awful movie is better than the first.
Let me show you I'm the one with a film degree.
Oh, Kanye bar?
Been waiting 218 episodes to drop that one before I even had the film degree. No, honestly, you make some good points. Most of my disagreement will not even be like that much of a rebuke. I think for me, I think Doctor Strange 2 is massively more interesting and entertaining than the first one. Where I think the first one, on a pure competence level, like on a purely like, I think if you showed the two movies to them, like, 100 million people, more people would prefer the first one. Because I think it is like solid throughout. I just think I've like pretty much never been compelled to rewatch it. I think it is like a normal ass, and the Iron Man comparison I think is not is false and wrong, and you should be you've perjured yourself with that.
Okay.
Just because I think it has, in the sense that it's an origin story and it's sort of vaguely similar. Arrogant guy becomes hero, but I think it has like none of the personality of Iron Man.
I don't think it's got as much of the personality of Iron Man.
I don't like, as a movie, I don't think it has any. They got like a horror director to direct it, and there's like basically no. Like, that's the thing. They got Sam Raimi to direct the.
Do you want horror in the first Doctor Strange?
I want anything of like stylistic interest, I think.
Okay. I mean, I think there's still it introduces a lot of different things in the first one, like with
Wong.
The first one gave us Wong, and you're hating on it?
The second one gave us some great Wong moments, possibly his worst moments, when he goes, "Fortify your minds!
Fortify your minds!"
That was bad.
Right, not a great Wong moment, I can admit.
And there was a moment where, okay, well, let's talk about the second one. Because when I first saw it, I did not like it, really, I think. I remember thinking it was goofy
It is goofy
But then the second time I was like, wait a minute, that's actually brilliant.
Wait a minute, it's imploded on itself, and it's actually a beautiful masterpiece, a la The Room.
I think, look, I will grant you, there are some bad acting moments. I think there's a moment specifically where Wanda is in the same scene as Fortify Your Minds. That was a rough scene, where Wanda is...
That was not good for the MCU.
Wanda's talking to Doctor Strange, and she's like, you could have talked to me when I was nice, but now I am the villain, or some shit. She remember this? She does like a weird monologue.
I just don't think she's a very good villain.
But I think, besides, because we actually have a pre-recorded MCU villains episode coming up at some point when we need it, when break in case of emergency type episode.
Yeah.
But we discussed this at length there, the motivation thing. I think, first of all, you're not a woman or a mother. Sit down and listen.
They have a voice too.
But I think you can be like, that's a silly motivation.
She's not a mother either.
No, but I think I think just because you're looking at the extra textual context of the movie, where you're like, well, I know that the kids are not real and, therefore it doesn't count. But the character of Wanda, psychologically damaged, she's been through so much. She lived this reality. To her, those are her kids. She has postpartum depression. Maybe I don't really understand what that is, but I speak for the mothers, I guess.
Yeah. You make it hard to argue against you. You say you speak for all mothers who've dealt with...
I have made this a social debate.
Exactly.
Where you're on the side of not supporting mothers.
I don't love the side I find myself on.
But regardless, I can accept, though, we could do a debate and you could possibly win on, is that a stupid motivation? Because the kids were not real. They were fake kids.
Yes.
I think just as a villain beyond the motivation, I think she's for the kind of weird, semi-Sam Raimi-ish movie... I think she works as like a kind of horror movie villain.
I think
she's coming out of the water.
No, she can be a bit scary, but it just feels like I also think it's such a sharp turn for her character. I don't think there's been much character development that really justifies this thing,
I know. I agree that she becomes cartoonishly villainous way too fast after she had like her own show that got you kind of invested in her character. But I like when she is cartoonishly villainous. I think she's a no offense to our goat, I think she's a more compelling on-screen villain presence than Mess Mikkelsen in the first one, for sure.
I think that's also crazy.
And also, by the way, Mess Mikkelsen in the first one, what the fuck is his motivation? That he used to be a wizard, now they don't like him anymore or some shit?
I don't even remember what his motivation is.
At least you remember Wanda's motivation.
Yeah, because it's so bad.
Even if it's dumb, but not dumb because it supports motherhood, maybe.
Perhaps. You just said it was dumb.
I'm sorry, mothers. Sorry, mothers. Our biggest demographic? Mothers? We lose every sub.
It's just Papa watching now.
He thinks finally they're mine and mine alone.
That's been his plan all along. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just see a lot of schlop comparison to Doctor Strange 2 and Ant-Man Quantumania. I think they're almost comparable.
Get the fuck out of here. Do you not think Doctor Strange 2... Also, by the way, kind of like we were talking about before on spectrum of like pretentious to, lame consumer. Is it not kind of like beta consumer of you to be like, but they didn't go to enough multiverse realms. I didn't see enough Captain America, but it's Peggy Carter cameos.
If they leave...
Film degree?
Get film degreed. If they take your mind back, please.
Okay.
They lent so incredibly hard into this multiverse thing, right? And I'm not the biggest fan of the multiverse, especially after the way it was done. But at the time, I was like, okay, they're leaning into this. It's in the goddamn title. At least make it be a bit funky with it. They went through like one Paint universe for like 10 seconds. Went to one where Krasinski was the smartest man alive, which does not give me much hope for the rest of that race. And like one other one where Doctor Strange was like evil skeleton man or something. Like what else did they really go to? Like it's the multiverse of madness. They did none of that. And it was just Wanda having a shit motivation, chasing across these mid-universes. Didn't work.
You make some good points. I have to say, I did kind of straw man you there because I actually agree. Like, I don't...
I fully agree.
I don't like that movie. Because I think there was some contention when it came out about, like, they didn't do enough sort of, like, Marvel multiverse universe, whatever. But actually, I remembered as you were saying it, and I cooked myself. That was not your point. It was more that they didn't go to, like, interesting different dimensions, which I actually kind of agree with.
Well, they didn't do any of it.
I will just say, final point, because you're winning the debate and I don't like it. But I will say, I think the style of it, because it's not like, it's not Evil Dead, it's not prime Sam Raimi, but I think there's enough interesting stuff done camera movement wise, color wise, whatever, that is even, action scenes, like I don't know if you liked it or not, but the bit where they fight with musical notes, I thought that was fun and interesting. I just thought it was way more memorable. I don't remember a single thing except for that bald woman dying from the first Doctor Strange.
The ancient one? That bald woman dying.
She wasn't even that ancient.
That's just because she had good skin.
She had beautiful skin, actually. A beautiful bald scalp. But, yeah, I think there was just, for the bad with it, which I think some of it's corny and some of it's stupid, whatever, the style of it, because I was thinking of what movies I want to rewatch leading up to Doomsday or whatever. Yeah. Although I should probably watch all of them because I'm making all these fucking videos. But the ones that I want to watch
is Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness was way higher on the list than than Doctor Strange 1. That being said, though, I actually kind of fuck with Doctor Strange 1. I don't think it's terrible, but I think it's
I think it's
it's not very interesting, but I think it has
it's
its
like
moments.
a 3.5 on Letterboxd. Whereas
Dormammu bit at the end, that was cool.
it's cool, and I think that Doctor Strange 2 is like a max of 2.5. Max of 2.5.
But I will say, a Quantum Mania comparison, get out of here, bro.
No, I'm not. I think Doctor Strange 2 is better, but not by much. And I think there's a lot of slop.
Damn. Well, you've made some good points.
What do you guys think?
Leave it to the viewers. Yeah.
Exactly. Please.
Please.
If you hate mothers, go with me. It's a
You're the anti-mother side of the argument.